Today we're going to look at the Fifine M9 wireless lav mic solution, and we're going to put it to the test so we can find out if this microphone is the right one for you. I'm LL Mel, and you are watching Creators Tech, technology for creators. Today we're looking at the Fifine M9 wireless lav mic system. A special thank you to them for sending out this unit for an honest review. First, let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. You get 2 wireless microphones, 1 receiver, 1 charging case, 2 detachable furry windscreens, 1 3.5mm TRS to 3.5mm TRRS cable, 1 3.5mm TRS to USB-C cable, 1 3.5mm TRS to 3.5mm TRS cable, 1 1-foot charging cable, and you get 1 user manual. You get an advertised total run time of 30 hours. That's 3 charges at 10 hours apiece, with each charge being 1.5 hours in length. The specs of the microphone: 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz in range, a 50-meter working range, and a noise cancellation feature. The mics and the transmitter itself do have locking options to prevent you from accidentally pushing a button you don't mean to once everything is set up and going. The microphones do have a clip option only with no magnetic options. You do have a hardtop zip-up nylon case for this setup that can hold both the charging dock with the microphones and receiver inside of it, as well as all the accessories that are needed. This kit is designed to function with a camera or also with smartphones or tablets, as well as your PC. Let's go ahead and take a look at the range test. Let's go ahead and check out what this guy can do as far as range goes. My expectation on this microphone is that when I am turned around and my body is between the line of sight of the microphone and the receiver on the camera, that there will be parts of the audio that are interrupted. I have currently turned around and I'm waving back at the camera. I don't know if you can see me from that distance, but I'm currently at about just over 500 feet. I know this microphone is not advertised to reach this range. However, given that a lot of other microphones are advertised at this range, I just wanted to see if this guy with this line of sight will give it the audio connection. I am currently approaching about 100 yards from the receiver, and I'm still not sure if the audio transmission is coming through. I'm going to be surprised if at this range or further you were getting clean audio from it, because it is advertised at only 164 feet. All right, so at this point, I'm currently at about the 164 foot threshold that this microphone should be working at. Just so you know, it is a windy day, so you will probably hear a few gusts of wind here and there. I do have the wind noise dead cat on it, and I do have noise cancellation enabled. So it's time
to go back to the studio and find out if the advertised range on this microphone is accurate.
The range, I found it to be quite nice. It does advertise 50 meters of usable range. However, with a straight line of sight and no interference, I was able to get just a little bit more than that. However, as with almost any mic out there, if there is interference or no straight line of sight, you can expect to get lesser of a range. When I first got this kit, the M9, I looked it up and I noticed that it has a retail price of just over $80 in US. However, it can often be found on sale for less than that, with additional coupon savings added to that as well. So it should come in for most at a very budget friendly price. This does, at least design wise, intend to emulate the look of the DJI options that are available. And I think that is a very smart choice because this, in many ways, is a budget version of that microphone. To my finding, this microphone has functioned well enough for what it intended to do.
We are now testing the Fifine wireless M9 microphone. This sound test you are listening to is with no noise cancellation enabled. This is what it sounds like straight out of the box. The current conditions are outdoors and it's mildly windy today. I do have a dead cat on the microphone, and this is the audio you can pretty much expect out of it. Now I'm going to turn on the noise cancellation feature. This is the sound that you get from this microphone with the noise cancellation turned on. This is the sound that you get from this microphone with the noise cancellation turned off. This is the sound with it off. This is the sound with it back on.
In terms of noise cancellation, that's probably one of my biggest gripes with this microphone. I think it sounds too processed. It sounds not natural enough. It does do the job of canceling out a lot of the background noise as you're speaking and using that option. However, I think that with all the post-production options available out there right now that sound much nicer, such as for those of you using DaVinci Resolve, for example, that cleans up the audio much better in terms of removing some of the background noise than what is internally possible from this particular mic. In terms of the audio quality that you get out of this microphone, initially I was not impressed with it because it sounded somewhat canny to me. A little bit on the nasally side. At least that was my initial impression. It is an omnidirectional microphone, so will pick up a wide range of sound. However, with the sound signature that it has, it does seem to pick up voices much better than I initially thought it would. As far as features go, it's very well rounded. It just works. It gets the job done for whatever your particular case is. If you're going to be using this in conjunction with a smartphone or a tablet, you have an adapter that is included in the case with it. You also can use it for a camera. So a typical camera that has a 3.5 millimeter input jack for a microphone, you could just plug and play directly into that as well. It's very easy to see some of the features that it has, especially because it's very simplified. It's a lot of just the essentials that you are going to need out of a microphone like this, especially at this price point. No, it doesn't have internal recording, and I found it quite pleasant that it came with this Fifine box, to go ahead and just use it. So you just open it up, and it has the user manual inside of it. It has the charging case as well, and it has the little baggie with all of the necessary goodies that you need, little adapters, so that you can just go ahead and use this device in any scenario where you might have this at. You can carry everything in it from the windscreens, which attach quite nicely and strongly, might I add, and do a really good job in windy situations. I think that this microphone will be a really good entry level microphone if you're somewhere around the $70 to $80 range, in your budget for a lav microphone. It does sound quite nice once you go ahead and realize that this is mainly aimed at spoken word. And as far as the features go, everything will work really well for you. If you're looking for something you can hide, this is something you have to consider, and that is that it just clips on. It doesn't have a magnet option. For my use case, I think that this works just fine, for going out and doing simple videos where you want to attach one person with a microphone and a secondary one as well, and just carry out a conversation out and about. This works just fine for that. It picks up enough of the background noise to create some ambiance for you, but its real focus is on the spoken word of the subject. I really like this kit. It has everything I need, and I think it's a decent quality for the price point. It provides a really good value. I hope I have provided enough information to you today so that you can make an informed decision as to whether or not this microphone is the right one for you. Once again, thank you to Fifine for sending out this Fifine M9 wireless lav mic for an honest review. If you think that this is the right one for you and are planning to buy it, please check out the link in the description below. If you make any purchase through that link of this microphone or any of the other devices I have listed that I use to produce this video, then we will get a small commission that will help this channel continue going and growing. I'm LL Mel, and thank you very much for watching Creators Tech, technology for creators.